Here I am at it again, and as promised in my last episode, I'm going to show you guys how to easily set up a VST bridge so that you can run Windows DLL files in your favorite digital audio workstation. As you can see up here, we're on the GitHub page, and this is OSX MIDI LinVST. Now, some of you may mention there's YaBridge and there is Airwave and a bunch of other ones. And they're all fairly similar, but for some reason I've had more success with LinVST running the latest wine staging. And I'm going to show you how to manually install the bin version. All right. For Arch users, if I open up the terminal and use Yay to search for LinVST, okay, you're going to see that most of these plugins are out of date. Okay, and you'll see here that it says that I have LinVST bin installed, but it's an older version, the 4.5.2. And I'm running 4.7.1. Now, the reason I haven't installed 4.7.1 or LinVST Git, which is also a 4.7, is it doesn't install a component which allows you to add folders and have a whole bunch of folders processed and that sort of thing, and you would have to manually rename the shared object file for each item. So I prefer having the binary package, and if you visit the LinVST GitHub page and you go to releases, it will tell you that this was built on Arch Linux, so this will be fine for anybody using Arco, Manjaro, or any other Arch derivative. And it has additional instructions if you want to use this binary on Ubuntu or Debian types of distributions. But try it out. It may work on all of them. The only dependency that is required for this is that you need to have Wine installed. In my case, I have Wine Staging 7.1. I haven't gotten around to getting 7.2 in yet. I'll try it out eventually, I'm sure. But all of my plugins are working fine with Wine Staging 7.1, so that's the one I'm going with. All right, just download the VST plugin. Okay, and then you can open your favorite file manager as root. I've already downloaded it. We'll just open this up and extract it. All right, and then in here you have a choice of what you want to install. I went ahead and tried the drag and drop support ones. You would take all four of these items in here, and then you would drag these into /user/bin. All right, I've already done that. All right, also, and these are the same if you don't want drag and drop support, you'll also want to drag LinVST convert into user bin. The LinVST SO, they suggest putting that in user share/LinVST as illustrated here, but actually you can put this anywhere you want to, as I'm going to demonstrate here in a moment. Now, you can either run LinVST convert, or if you're real geeky, do nano.bashrc, and then make an alias for it. I have alias VST equals apostrophe LinVST convert. All right, so when I type in VST, GTK3 is going to open up a dialog here where I can find my LinVST.so. I have it in my Reaper directory under add-ons, so I have quick and easy access to it. All right, and then what you will do is you will install your Windows plugin. Now, this plugin that I'm going to show you also has a Linux version. However, I couldn't get it working right, but no big deal. And I'll get to that in a moment. I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes at first, and then I'll go to the details on the plugin here. All right, and what I'll do is, okay, I have already installed the program, and every one of you should know how to use a Windows installer. All right, so I've installed the plugin, and I have my DAW set up to look in my .bst directory in home. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and create a new directory. All right, and then I'm just going to copy and paste that plugin in here. And then I'm going to point to that directory. All right, and then select open. When I press start, that LinVST.so is going to be renamed to match the name of the dynamic link library that I have in that directory. Now, the reason why you would want this is because you may have a folder filled with a lot of dynamic link libraries, and it can be quite tedious to sit there and make a LinVST.so for each one of those. So this actually is an excellent time saver, and that's why I want to have that plugin. All right, so I can go ahead and close this now. All right, and before we go into the plugin, let's do a few quick shout outs. I was on tonelib.net and sharing some feedback with other users who are using Tonelib GFX and Tonelib Metal. And I ran across Marauder Music, and he had a video here on the KVLT drums. And he was demonstrating this on his Ubuntu setup with Reaper. And by the way, you guys got to check out his channel. He does some excellent music, and he can crank way better than I can. He's got some awesome music. Very small channel, but some pretty good stuff nonetheless. So definitely well worth checking him out. So I looked at his video on his channel, and that pointed me to the Ugratone website, and I discovered by looking at the top of this, it looks like Ugratone is now 5 years old, and they have a flash sale going on. Now, these drums usually run like $55 for these plugins, and you can get the KVLT, no, they're $45, I'm sorry. So you can save $40 if you go there within the next few days. You can get this for $5 for the KVLT. I also got the Riot drums. That was $5 as well. I didn't, since I got 2 new drum sets, I didn't want to opt for this one. But, and I've got plenty of plugins for reverb, but I did get the MIDI packs that they're offering here because, well, what can I say? Sometimes I don't want to sit in piano roll and manually program drums. And so by getting the MIDI packs, now I can use those, and I'll demonstrate them in this exercise. So I can actually, just get a bass drum set, and then I can go in and tweak them at any time that I want to and get something unique. All right, so let's go ahead and minimize all of this here. And what we're going to do next is we're going to run Reaper. Okay, and then in running Reaper, the first thing you're going to notice is it's going to find that new SO plugin, and you may get a warning pop up, okay? And like this one right here, okay? And then once that's done, you'll be able to go in and load everything. Now, before I set that up, you're not going to be able to hear anything that I'm doing unless I run a patch out to OBS Studio. So let me go ahead and take care of this real quick. All right, and then I can load my last project that I showed you when I set up Meltdown. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, now that the software is open, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear out all of these WAV files that I used last time. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add, and then the new VST, Ugratone drums. Sometimes it'll take a moment for the plugin to load. All right, here it is. And I will expand this here, and you will see here that it detects I have both of those drum sets that I've purchased, and I can choose any preset I want here. For my output routing here, I'm just going to select a stereo output. It makes things easier for me in the long run. Double check that, make sure I hit that right, stereo output. But you can have as many outputs on this as you want. And these drums sound awesome. Although I'm probably going to want to crank these up a little bit here. All right, and let's go ahead and there are a bunch of other options this has here. Okay, and I'm going to have to scale this up, but you can actually do some tweaking for each of the individual drums on this, which I think is really nice. And I'm not sure what all of these do yet. I just got the plugin today after all. So I'm going to have to experiment with this, but all I can tell you is these sound absolutely incredible, and you have so many different options and sounds that you can get with this. So it's really cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and close all these. All right, so let's go ahead and set this down here. And then, as stated before, I don't always want to take the time to manually program, so I just go into the Media Explorer here, and I have all of my the three packs that I went and picked up out of here, and I can pick out some pretty interesting beats here. Now, they have some interesting names in here for sure. Let's see what we got here, if any of these catch my eye. And interesting, when you select this, you can hear what that particular drum sounds like. All right, if I want to change this, let me stop this for a moment and maybe get a different sounding drum. I can choose. So let's go into this one. We've got Sauna Death Metal Original Sauna. Join the new KVLT Death Naked. Crunch of the Fried Chicken. Okay, let's do that one. Oh, goodness. Let this load up for us. All right. And let's see what this sounds like. Ooh, I like. All right, let's stop stop this for a moment. I get audio artifacts when when I'm moving windows around here. So, all right, let's see what else we have here. All right, here's black metal essentials. Okay, let's go into some beats here and see what we got. Now, I realize that these are saying like 120 beats or that sort of thing in this listing, but actually it's listening for the time signature I have up at the top here, which is at 140 beats, and that's what it's playing it at. Okay, I can dig this one. Let me stop this. And okay. All right, get them in here and let's pick out another one. Okay, I like that one. All right, so now I have these two beats here. And then if I want to tweak these, I can just double click on the MIDI and that opens them up in the piano roll, and I can sit in here and play with these to my heart's content if I want to. I can tweak the audio, you know, maybe choose different drums and that sort of thing. And there's that one too. So pretty neat stuff. All right, well, let's crank on this and see what we get here. Let me open up my mixer and then let's take this synthesizer down a little bit. I've had that song in my head playing over and over and over and over, and I'm going to do something with that eventually, I think. So, good stuff indeed. And interestingly, I have a lot of Windows plugins running in here. So, LinVST is awesome, and I chose that one mainly because it just does you know, when working with Wine, it just seems to have better support than I've had with Yabridge. If I go into my synthesizer effects that you'll see here, I have a Linux plugin, I have a Windows plugin, and I have a built-in Reaper plugin. And my bass guitar is powered by the free Ample Bass. And let's face it, they've got a lot of amazing plugins out there for Windows, and well, there are just not as many plugin developers who are making native VSTs for Linux. I mean, we've got more and more and more contributing. So it's always a good idea that if you are switching to a Linux operating system, to be able to, you know, you may want, you know, a lot, I know I spent a lot of money back in my Windows days on software, and I'm still using that software that I paid for even today. I mean, software I bought well over a decade ago, I'm still able to use. As a matter of fact, all the graphics that you see on my screen is done in Macromedia Fireworks 8. And I mean, that software is really old, but I can still use it to make, you know, modern graphics on my videos. So, I mean, talk about combating planned obsolescence. So, at least Linux and using Wine, you can run many of your old VST plugins or any kind of software for that matter. It doesn't run everything, but I mean, you can get some pretty good results for sure. Alright, so pretty much that's everything I have on this topic today. As a reminder, get your butt over to Ugratone and take advantage of this sale if you want a really good drum machine to throw into your DAW. I mean, the drum sounds they have are awesome, and then of course the MIDI essentials that they have for these. I mean, gosh, this is a steal. So you might as well get in there and take advantage of this deal while it is still present. And other than that, all I have left to say is a little bit of love goes a very long way. So please be sure to take some of your time and be excellent with somebody today. Until next time, my friends, peace out.